views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
Wow, everyone. Welcome. I want to welcome you. Welcome to the show. It's so great to have you all tune us in, turn us on. This is our Sheer Alchemy segment with my very, very special co-host, Leslie Fonteyne, waiting on the world to change. Waiting on the world to change. This is going to be so much fun. Leslie, for those of you that may be tuning in for the first time, is an amazing transformation catalyst. You know, it's really interesting when we look at our lives and we think about what kinds of tools are in her toolkit. So when we look at what Leslie brings forth in the world, it's her intuition, energetic gifts, and things that will enable all of you to jump sky high into the life that you were born to manifest, whether it's shifting from scarcity to abundance. And who doesn't want to do that? Raise your hand if you're stuck in that and you like that story. Or better yet, don't raise your hand. Our emotional pain to joy, illness to health. But the question mark is really, how does all of this happen? You know, when does it happen? What has to happen for it to happen? Well, Leslie's not alone. She's got an unbeatable team of ascended masters, archangels. They get brought into the conversation. And so when you call into the show today, what you're going to experience is, you know, the wisdom of the ages in the way that Leslie brings forth this knowledge and wisdom specifically for you. And so this is about your higher self, your source energy. You know, it's not something that, you know, we hear much about, this off-the-shelf book or package that you're going to get, you know, that everybody's going to get and be able, you know, to make those very, very similar changes. Why? Because guess what? We're not all the same. And there are different things that go on with each of us. As Leslie clairvoyantly works with your energy field, things are going to shift. What's the result? Sheer alchemy, deep inner transformation, and you'll not be the same. And that's what this is about, really, whether it is a mental block you might have or a physical healing or something emotional in your life. These things literally suck the life out of us. You know, it used to be we didn't pay very much attention to those things that were going on inside of us, emotionally and mentally. We didn't. We pretty much grew up to shut up and just suck it up and sit there. And then all of a sudden, somebody decided to research. Hello, we're getting sick. We're not living our best life. So today's show is one of many that Leslie has done to help all of us understand what the impact of our decisions, our behavior, and our energy field is all about. Waiting on the world to change. Leslie, it's so good to have you here.
Oh, it's awesome to be here. I'm really happy about that.
Waiting on the world to change. You know, it's such an interesting phrase. And, you know, if you grew up with that song, you kind of get it, and then you don't get it. But right. It has specific meaning in the world that you live in and the people you talk to. I'd love for you to talk about that.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I was thinking about this, and often we have people who are stepping into something, but they're not really stepping into their power, and they stop, they hesitate, they're not ready to jump fully into their power, and yet they know they're powerful at the same time.
Right.
They know they're powerful. So how do they know that they're powerful? They know because all of a sudden this massive fear comes over them and they realize they could do it. They know they could do it. Mm-hmm. They know they could step into it. And so you're thinking, well, why is this person experiencing all of this power and they're not fully stepping into it? A lot of times it's all these other energies, agreements, and reasons that we've developed this fear that security is coming from something else other than ourselves.
And, I don't think that's getting any better. We're not moving in the direction where we have lessened our thinking about that. We're bombarded by information about what to fear. I mean, that's what it is now. It's like, getting real news is almost impossible.
Absolutely.
But getting information so that we could build up our fear bank, that's what's going on, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, we aren't choosing information sources for ourselves that would allow us to constructively develop the next step of our lives. And, anybody that says they're not getting contacted, they're getting contacted. I'm getting information all the time, whether it's from my intuition or it's from, someone that happens to walk by and serendipitously says something to me and I go, oh, wow, that's something else. I read an article last night on my Flipboard and I was like, yes, that's it. We're always getting information. And the way you can tell how you're reacting to it and dismissing it or paying attention is how it's resonating in your field. So you can tell you're getting tight in your throat, you're tight in your chest, you're tight in your gut, and you want to roll over and, pretend that just didn't happen, that didn't get told. And the reason we're afraid of the information is that we then begin to beat ourselves up about what we haven't done yet, what we haven't accomplished, what we could be, what our true dreams are. And when we align our true dreams next to how we're living now, the disappointment is so great. And then we start shaming ourselves. And those, again, are the lessons of the past. It's time to shift, Pat. It's time to change the lesson. It's time to change and step into the next way we want to live, which is to not beat ourselves up over what we haven't done yet. Make today the first day.
Well, and, sometimes we do it, Leslie, don't we? And we don't even really know we're doing it. I mean, we live in this place where, and I've been here, where we get so comfortable in our complacency that we're almost like we're masking what's really going on. And yet at the same time, we have moments where we can feel our own self-power, our empowerment slipping away. Oh, yeah. And that is one of the scariest things I think I've ever experienced is when I would move to the state of disempowerment. And that is scary. That's a scary place. We know it. And rather than look at it, we simply want sometimes just to feel better.
Oh, yeah. It's a way to numb out. It's a way to check out. And we all have that. I love this show because we can really get down and dirty, honest about what we do and what we say. I have so many people that justify and explain and want to rationalize, just say it. I've checked out. I don't want to feel the disappointment. I don't want to feel what I haven't become. I don't want to feel what I've accepted my life has to be. I haven't stepped into what I knew I was supposed to do. Okay, the assumption is somehow at 45, 55, 65, it's too late.
Oh,
it's never too late. If you're still getting the wake-up call, it's not too late.
Yeah.
This isn't about regrets and, there's all those sad country songs about regrets. Let's just go enough already. What can I do now? There are people going to college in their 70s. I remember when I was at my university, Pearl Bailey was in college with me, and I would see her sitting out there, and she had never gotten a degree. And that was her desire, was to get a degree. So what is it that you decided for you that you can't step into right now because of time, because of loved ones, because of circumstances, because of this or that? If you know me, we're talking about shifting your energy before you even make a step out the door. So what could you choose today? But that feeling, that moment right there when you get tight, you realize you really could do it.
And, that is a feeling that we can experience anywhere. Sometimes we think, Leslie, about, it's got to be this big moment. But, I've had moments like this back, when I'm in a grocery store and I got my debit card and you go in the store and you got your milk and you got whatever you're getting. And you're all of a sudden in the grocery store and you swipe your card and it says processing for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And what you're thinking is, oh my God, I don't have enough money to pay. We go there and it's processing. And before it is even done, we've got such a story about what is about to happen, what didn't happen, all the truth of you checking your. Isn't that really how quickly this can go south on us?
Oh, it's like an atom bomb. It's an atom bomb that is about 30 seconds. And in that 30 seconds, you are so right. It's like you see a total reflection of your self-esteem, your value, your parents' voices, the teachers' voices, what everybody thinks of you, what you can and can't be, do, and have. And in that 30 seconds, it's just all compacted, and all you did was swipe your debit card. So, we all have those moments. We just don't want to tell anyone, Pat. Like somehow, if we tell our truth and we expose our truth, and it doesn't matter if it's child abuse or spousal abuse or financial ruin or being fired or any other kind of shaming incident, we just somehow think if we put it out there. I talk to people all the time, look, whether you put it out there or not, everybody can feel it in your field.
Yeah.
So you need to get it out so that you can then release it, because it's our pride and it's our fear of what people will think of us, that reaction back that will somehow so decimate us that we won't recover. And so I love this because we're waiting on others to validate us, whether we're waiting on the bank to validate our debit card or we're waiting on loved ones to support us in our dream. If you in this moment supported yourself, what would that mean? And just feel the terror right now. Listen, we've all got this. This is what Source Abundance is about, and unconditional love. We haven't experienced it. And this is this opportunity to start to heal. That's what I love about decisions. That's what I love about that moment with the debit card. That's what I love about these moments of implosion. It's this moment to heal.
I love this. We're going to take a short break. Someone said to me something the other day I thought was interesting, and I didn't know it was going to come up today. It was really fascinating. It's like, wow, I'm waiting for my ex to come back. I know. Leslie lost her headset right there. I'm waiting for my ex to come back. Oh, okay. Are you like reconciling? No, they're getting married, but I'm waiting. Yeah. That's like really waiting for the world to change. And even if you don't say that, are you carrying that energy around? What is the waiting? Are you waiting for the job you once had? Are you waiting for some loss to be replaced and replenished? Or are you ready to look at the decisions that will heal? Are you ready to look at what that inner child within you wants to really bring to the forefront? You know what I mean? And how can you do it in a safe and loving way? We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be opening up the phone lines for everyone out there. And Leslie's going to tell us a little bit and a lot about what is it like to feel Source, the supportive team. Many of us have gone through saying, I don't have that team. That's Leslie. I don't know what that's like. That's somebody else. But when we come back, all of us are going to get ready to hear what that team is about, how we call them in, and what kind of support they do provide. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with Sheer Alchemy, Leslie Fonteyne, me, Dr. Pat.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Dr. Linda Salvin, Metaphysical Master, now bringing insight and metaphysical abundance to your living room with her spirit-filled candle line, Wicks of Wisdom. Dr. Linda's unique formulations of pure and powerful herbs, oils, and essences can assist you in love, luck, finances, health, and more. Wait till you experience the power of Wicks of Wisdom. Find out how these amazing candles can help you. See them now and order yours at lindasalvin.com or call 888-509-1077.
This is Lynn Brown from the show Winning at the Game of Life. Listen, it's time to enrich your money stories and open your path to all that you desire. We all have limiting beliefs which we accumulate from our life experiences, ancestors, and past lives. These beliefs block our ability to receive the unlimited flow of abundance that the universe is constantly offering to us. Why are we so emotionally caught up on the word money? It's only one of the many forms of abundance. I'm excited to uncover your unique stories and limiting beliefs around money and abundance, as well as give you tools to release them from your space. It's time to invest in yourself. You deserve everything you ever imagined and more. Call me to schedule a reading at 844 letter B Intuit or letter R letter U Intuit.com.
Lynn was very accurate, and she was so clear in explaining everything to me. I highly recommend Lynn to all of you.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
Do you want to transform your life's trauma and challenges into the gift that your life was meant to be? It's time for you to take control of your soul journey to heal, grow, and shine. Manifest your destiny with Wendy Wolf, soul transformer, energy, and psychic healer. To start your soul journey, contact Wendy at healgrowshine.com or email Wendy at wendy@wendyrwolf.com and start your adventure today.
Learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Wow, what a great song, right? You know, are we waiting on the world to change? Yep, indeed. And, you know, Leslie Fonteyne joining me here today. We're going to talk about what it feels like to have source energy show up. And what are we waiting on the world to change? And we were talking about what we mean by world to change. What is it that is in your life that you're waiting for that someone else or some other thing or some other situation really is in charge of? And what are we not looking at? That's what we're going to talk about. But before we do, for those of you who want to call in and have Leslie and the Ascended Masters work with you to do some clearing, you know, to make sure that, you know, if there is something in your energy field that is holding you back, whether it's fearful, emotional, whatever it is, that you get some help so that you can truly step in, you know, to your true nature, yourself, and an abundant life. You know, it's really fascinating when we take a look at this. But for those of you out there, we want to give you some information from Leslie right out of the gate. Tell folks the best way to find out more about you, Leslie, and how to schedule time with you as well.
Well, you can go to my website. That's lesliefonteyne.com, LeslieFonteyne.com. You can call me, 678-665-3366. Reach out to me, info@lesliefonteyne.com. Those are all ways you can just Google me. You can find me on Transformation Talk Radio as one of the hosts. So all kinds of ways to locate me. And I'm going to be in a town near you soon, going to be in Chicago August 15th, Raleigh August 22nd, both at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expos, in September in Durango, and in November 21st, Cincinnati.
Super. And for those of you wanting to call into the show and get some assistance, clearing a pathway, 1-800-930-2819, 1-800-930-2819. Leslie, let's talk a little bit about what it's like to feel source, because we've talked about what it's like to be stuck or blocked or whatever it is. But what is it like to feel source, and how can we help folks recognize when that's happening?
That's one of the biggest joys I have when I'm working with people, because, you know, a lot of times when I'm working on clearing energies and working with agreements and ancestral and past lifetime energies, people are coming very chalked up, very full, and it's manifesting in all kinds of physical symptoms and everything else, right? And any kind of addictive behaviors that they have. So when I'm working with them, I'm also able to create this space for source. And the feeling of it, if we were talking about sensations, is like a very wide open space. It's like all of a sudden you feel this openness that nothing is encroaching on your field. Nothing is encroaching on your energy. Nothing is impinging on you. Nothing's going to hurt you. And it's a very disarming feeling because you are so used to things bombarding you or the urgency of, the latest thing that's come in your email or whatever it is, that suddenly all this urgent feeling is gone. We barely know what to do with it. That's what it's like. Unconditional love is something so few of us have any experience with that we immediately try to create very conditional containers, if you'd believe it. We really do, because it makes us comfortable to feel like there's rules. There's rules, there's consequences, there's all this hard stuff. So if I do this, then this will happen, and all this stuff. You just listen to people and you want to say to them, is that true? Really? It's true for you right now. Do you want to switch it out? So this presence of source, this presence of these incredible light beings is this amazing space. It's like pushing your aura out very far that nothing can get in the way. So all of a sudden, we're amazed by this sense of freedom. And that's also scary.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this sense of freedom, if we're not really understanding or knowing what's going on within ourselves, then it's not really a hop, skip, and a jump away from fear.
No.
I mean, freedom is really not a hop, skip, and a jump away from fear.
The freedom is this amazing sense that suddenly you can think anything, feel anything, be anything, do anything. There's no restriction. And, it sounds almost strange to say, well, why would I be afraid of that? I wanted that. And that's really another topic of this show, is that we say we have been wanting things. And, I can't tell you how many times before I start clearing someone, I have to get their agreement first. Look, you have said you want this, but do you understand the consequences of the release of these rules, these associations, these energies, these agreements? Because it will be a new life. You will be reacting differently with people. You will be acting differently. You will be taking different jobs. You will be in a place where you don't even use the same words anymore. Friends will fall away. New people will show up. Things will explode. I've had clients this past week. I did a clearing. I tell them, I warn them, I even write them an email, and they come back in an email. One of them said, dang, Leslie. And I mean, it was an explosion on her job. There were things that happened in her business she wasn't ready for. So, you can tell people that that's what the shifting of an agreement is. This isn't just reading a good book, Pat.
No.
This isn't just getting some tips and, hey, do these 6 things and then, your life could change. That's in our hands. When we bring in the masters, the archangel, we say we truly want to shift. Oh, my gosh, the opportunity is off the chain.
And it's going to be what it is for whatever it is that needs to shift. I mean, it's not like, wait a minute, can you just do a little bit here? Can you do, because it's almost as if sometimes we think we have control of this.
Right.
Right. And, the reality is that whatever is going to come up is going to come up because it's time for it to go, isn't it?
Your soul is presenting now.
Now.
Your soul is presenting. You can choose to shut it down with your personality level. This is where people get all confused. I've got my personality level that operates out here in the 3D world, and I see everything that's in the physical, and I operate this way with my bank account. Then you go to another level, and it's a whole new set of rules, a whole new set of players, a whole new set of paradigms and priorities. Your soul has different priorities than your personality level that's learned all the rules for operating in the United States of America. These are our rules. This is our culture. This is how we work. So you go to the soul level, and I've got so many clients that want to apply 3D paradigms of running a successful business to their spiritual work. Ain't going to work. Not going to happen.
Well, but that's the box we want to put around spirituality. We want to put the box around. And here's this is actually the great antithesis of how to create abundance. put the box around spirituality. You know, I made a statement on a show not too long ago, and I got so many emails about it. And, you know, I said, I am going to take the limits off God, the God of my understanding. I am going to take the limits off. And people are like, what did you mean? What? No, God. No, I'm not saying I'm doing anything to God. It's me. It's all of a sudden you wake up in spirit, life force, ascended masters, whatever you believe in. It's all of a sudden only for you, Leslie, and only for me are they going to give you a pinch of salt. Oh. That's all you're going to get on your food. You're just going to get a pinch, right? If you want to put more salt, if you want more salt, no. But that is in my own mind and my own consciousness. And what you're doing today on the show, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going right to the phones. What we're doing today is help people get some freedom from their own limitations that has to do around their life, around their source energy, around whatever that is showing up. And if you are waiting for the world to change, or maybe what you're waiting for is, you know, if you're waiting for your ex to come back and, you know, yeah, maybe you weren't invited to the wedding, that's okay, whatever that is. Or maybe, you know, maybe you're waiting for the world to change so that if you're like me, you're hoping that potato chips are not like, you know, super fattening and full of calories because, you know, if you're me, you cannot eat just one. No, that is not even in my frame of reference. But I keep waiting for that delicious potato chip that has no calories. And Leslie probably could help me with that. Let's take a short break, everyone. When we come back, we'll be going right to the phones. For those of you that want to tune in, call in 1-800-930-2819. Sheer Alchemy, Leslie Fonteyne. I'm Dr. Pat. Benny on the buttons. We'll be right back.
Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find love.
Enlightening, humorous, and compassionate. Listen live to The Kelly Ballard Show, insight and inspiration from the great beyond. Kelly is a fourth-generation medium and intuitive who covers topics ranging from grief, spirit guides, and listening to your intuition. Kelly can help you get answers and guidance from the other side with a little bit of humor and a lot of healing. Tune in to The Kelly Ballard Show, Thursdays at 1 p.m. Pacific Time here on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
What does a Dentist of the Year get? A little plaque. Welcome to Smile Big, where we offer cosmetic, restorative, and preventative dentistry. Dr. James Rosenwald and Dr. Susan Abdenard work hard every day for their clients to be happy to smile with the latest equipment for complete smile restoration for anyone. The sooner you call, the sooner they can help. Call 425-454-4040 or email scheduling@smilebig.com. You can even visit our website at smilebig.com.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Dr. Love's Quickies.
Mary's about ready to give Love the shove, 'cause no matter what she tries, guys don't know that she's alive. To turn guys on, she needs to turn on those green lights, nonverbal cues that say, over here. Most guys won't approach unless they're cleared for landing. So ladies, to kickstart your love life, turn on those green lights and flash your pearly whites. I'm Dr. Jamie Turndorf of AskDrLove.com.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn takes everyday aspects of life and infuses them with the magic of soul and passion to help others. She wants to help you next. Lynn offers a myriad of spiritual healing, from chakra clearing, aura healing, to even corporate and business readings. Bring your game face and visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844 letter B, Intuit.
I love Tina Turner. Oh my gosh. Some of the best concert I think I've ever gone to was the Tina Turner one that she did. You know, the whole private dancer thing was so amazing. But what is it about that energy that you just heard? I mean, what is it? And that's what Leslie's talking. Before we go to the phones, please, one more time, tell folks how to find out more about you, tell them where you're going to be, and how they can schedule a session. Because these telephone things are short.
Absolutely. I am doing sessions with clients, walking them through real transformation. So if you're ready to step onto that path, you're ready to switch it up and stop doing what you've been doing, but you haven't been able to stop on your own because you've been trying to power it out, then you need to call me. My name's Leslie Fonteyne. It's LESLIEFONTEYNE.com. And you can reach me at 678-665-3366. I'm going to be all over the place.
What I want to say is, if none of that works for you, just Google Sheer Alchemy. Leslie will pop up right at the top.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Yeah, Mr. B, let's do the phones.
Trudy from the South Center area is joining us. Trudy, welcome to the show.
Hey, Trudy.
Thank you. Hi. It's
Hi
Trudy
there.
Marie, actually, one full name.
Trudy Marie.
Yes.
Hi, Trudy Marie.
Hi.
So what's going on, Trudy?
Trudy Marie.
Trudy
That's my
Marie.
full name. Yes, I just want to move forward in my life. I'm right now working in a corporate world, and I feel like who I am doesn't resonate to what I really am doing. Parts of it is just incredible. And what do I need to do to clear so that I can move forward in a direction that more resonate with who I am as a spiritual being?
Okay, Trudy. Well, I'm really, really glad you called. And, whenever people call, they're speaking for so many people out there. So tell me a little bit about the fear that's in your heart space, because if I suggest to you changing to an environment that's aligned with who you are, is it the fear that you won't find it? Is it the fear that it's an overwhelming task to identify an environment that's aligned with you?
The fear is I won't have the support that I need and the financial backing.
Right. No, I'm totally getting that. That's so true. But the assumption then is that source doesn't come through. It's a nice idea, but when the rubber hits the road, it's not there. It's not real. And I'm getting so much in your field from behind, just a lot of ancestral energies from your family and about what you can and can't make happen. And I think you got some super strong work ethic from your family growing up, but also some very hard rules about the economy and, you should be grateful for things you have, et cetera, et cetera. Was there a lot of messaging like that?
Of course. My mother died when I was 4. Didn't meet my father until I was 19, and so adopted parents were very poor, and so there's be happy with what you got. You don't even deserve it kind of message.
So I want to.
But I've worked hard.
Okay, I want to work with you right now because I totally get how hard you've worked. You're very loyal. You work very hard. You do your job beautifully, but it's like you've shut your own doors because of some of the ancestral energies, okay? So right now I want you to really breathe into your field if you can. This is, again, a short format, and maybe we can talk later. I just want you to really breathe into your field, and I really want you to, this is a mantra that's coming very strong for you right now for you to share, and it's probably going to make you cry if you do it for 15 minutes straight, okay? But I want you to say, I am worth having everything I desire. I am worth having everything I desire. It's going to be really important. Yes. This is going to be important for you because you haven't felt that you're worth it. You haven't felt that you can. So right now we're just releasing out some of the energies of the ancestral line out of the back of your shoulders, out of the back of your neck. Your heart space is going to open because it's like we're embracing your inner child right now, just loving on her that she can step out, she can play. And just really allow yourself to see that. And then we're going into your solar plexus right now, and we're clearing out any core fear of fully standing in your power. That if you speak your power, you speak your truth, that you'll be abandoned. And the abandonment energy, as you know, is just massive. So I'm bringing in Master Jesus right now, bringing in Divine Mother and Divine Father. We're going through your 6th right now and your 7th. We're clearing out any old beliefs about your value, and we're fully embracing you in the light community right now, just giving you a beautiful, abundant, light kind of love, just totally unconditional for you. Fully embracing you. And we're clearing out any fear in your 2nd, which is your security center of stepping into all that you are. Just doing a beautiful wash now with Supreme Being Light and Pure Essence energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm putting on some protection from Archangel Michael right now for you. And we're bringing in some beautiful serendipitous information from the abundance archangels, Gamaliel, Barachiel, Gadiel, bringing them in for you, allowing you to fully step into the intuitive guidance that's coming to you. So there's some things that are coming into your high heart, and also into your solar plexus. And just releasing any attachments to people that if you don't perform, you'll disappoint. And we're bringing in your new management team now. We're bringing in your new company. And you are so worth it, Trudy Marie. You are so worth it, and what a beautiful name. They're just saying it to you over and over. Trudy Marie. Beautiful. Beautiful. You are so welcome. Listen, I want you to call me later. I want you to let me know how you are. That was super powerful. You totally took it in. And just give yourself the room to allow yourself to heal a bit from some of this, okay?
Mm-hmm. And what's your number?
678-665-3366. Okay?
3366. And then your book, I didn't get the title.
I don't have a book. What I'm talking about is booking sessions with me so that we can kind of shift you into the next step of all that you are, Trudy.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Trudy Marie. Thank you. Mr. Benny, let's go to the phones.
Jennifer from Seattle, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
thank
Jennifer.
you. And that last call was really helpful to me. I'm pretty much the same, except with one difference. The difference is I'm really undecided. One day I'm ready to leave my corporate job. The next day I'm like, this is the best job ever. I get so much freedom. I'm growing so much spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just in a state of indecision and just don't know.
Well, Jennifer, that's because you are affected by the light. You are affected by all the shiftings that so many of us are going through right now. So your vibration is pretty high, and you know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you remember I was talking about 15 minutes earlier about when we're operating in the 3D level, because, you know, we haven't ditched our personality yet until our personality does a soul merge and goes into our higher self, you know, and we're operating like that all the time, we can have that dichotomy. And so that's what you're experiencing. You're like on the verge of your soul merge, if that makes any sense. So when you're on the verge of that, you've got these warring priorities, right? It's not like, you know, okay, we're going to wipe out the priority down here because we're going to the higher level priority. Sometimes they're parallel. They're going on at the same time, and that's what you're feeling, okay? Because your soul purpose is seeing some of the life lessons. It's seeing some of the growth that's going on. It's seeing how you're shifting with energies. You probably are able to connect spirit to spirit with the people you're working with. You're able to deal, you know, maybe holding space better, protecting your field better, you know, watching energy shift in a conference room. You know, it's an amazing thing when we begin to stand in the power that we have in our higher self. So you have all this stuff going on, right? I know this is resonating a little bit with you.
It is. It very much is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so your lower self, your personality level, sometimes where our negative ego is operating, right? And it's going, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I'm sick of this. I'm moving on. I'm better than this. It's going on and on because it's operating from that place, right? So so, one thing that I would just really encourage you to do is just to really, probably what you're already doing it, so this is confirmation, is to really do a clearing. I've got a couple of CDs that I would love to see you work on, and if not, I can, teach you sometime, but they really help you to shift your energy, probably in the morning or late at night, so that you're really connecting with the guidance that you're getting from the higher realms.
Okay.
So
Great.
This really is less about the what, and it's more about the shifting in your energy field right now. But the thing is, you're also getting some guidance right now. So if you can stay in that higher realm, and I'm getting a little tightness in your heart space about really stepping into this. See, some of us are scared to shift because we're afraid we'll become useless and nobody will hire us. We suddenly think we're going to become very stupid, okay, and nobody's going to want us to do anything. And it's really not like that. It's just a different transaction completely, okay? So part of you stepping into your spirituality is you're stepping into a different set of, guidelines in a way, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I would love for you to write me and just, just notice the guidelines that are coming to you in the higher level, the lower level guidelines that are falling away. They just don't matter to you anymore. But understand that Source is coming in and saying, great, now you're going to let me show you how I can handle all this for you.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of
Thank
that?
you.
What do you think of that invitation?
Wow, it really opens up all new possibilities for me. I love what you're saying.
Yeah.
I would like to work with you more.
Well,
yeah.
it would be awesome. You're doing, first of all, I'm honoring the light you carry, Jennifer. I'm honoring it. And you need to understand you're not in that building by mistake. Okay, there's people being touched by light through you. You're holding your vibration. You have struggles because sometimes other people's energies get flung upon you. And you got to go clear them. As you know, you can be doing great and then someone, brings in some dirty energy. So you got to release it out, right? And you're learning so many things, just like you said. But don't think it's all or nothing. There's other things coming to you. You don't have to quit your job to do them. There's other things showing up, or you may get guidance. Hey, in 6 months, it's time to move on.
Oh, okay. Wow, it's so helpful. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, let's make sure, Leslie, give out your number again on the website.
Okay. 678-665-3366. And my website is lesliefonteyne.com, LeslieFonteyne.com. And I am conducting sessions all the time with clients that are wanting to shift into this higher level. Again, don't minimize when you are merging personality and soul level. It is quite a rocky road sometimes. So congratulations to those of you on the journey.
All right. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Leslie's going to walk us through what we can do when things do open up. How do we handle that? And by the way, do you have like a chances quota? Do you think 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
In retirement, will you outlive your money? It's a common question for people approaching retirement, but it doesn't need to weigh on you. Ask Ameriprise financial advisor Jeff Packman about the new Confident Retirement Approach. You and Jeff can break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. Call Jeff Packman, financial advisor, today at 425-453-0272. Office is located at 601 108th Avenue Northeast, Suite 1800, Bellevue, Washington, 98004. The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, Inc., a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services, Inc., member of FINRA and SIPC.
You got attitude? Keys to the rescue. Adjust your attitude with Keys Clear Protein Waters. So refreshing. Just a few sips of Keys will give you a whole new outlook, thanks to 22 grams of the happiest protein on earth. tongue-tingling tasty without the guilt of naughty or nasty ingredients. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, maybe you need to drink too. Put a little woohoo in your attitude with Keys Protein Water on Amazon or at Keys, Kees, please.com.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
Called the Oprah of Radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com. That's THEDRPatshow.com for listening times in your area.
Hi, I'm Leslie Fonteyne with Sheer Alchemy on Transformation Talk Radio, and here's your tip of the day. When it comes to positive thinking and the law of attraction, many of us could say, been there, done that, read the book. So what happened if we didn't get there, didn't achieve the goal, didn't step into our abundance? Typically, there are some core wounds and core fears that keep us from stepping out. We also have energies in our ancestral lines, our cultural and family codes, and even agreements that keep us in check. So let me challenge you. When you had the desire that burned in your soul, what happened? How did discouragement set in? Why did you stop? What came up for you? Whose voices? Listen, there's hope, but it does not come from suppressing the energy that's within you. We all know it's going to spill out somewhere. So join me on Transformation Talk Radio and Sheer Alchemy, and we're going to find out how we can shift you into the intentions that can manifest for you.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. And you want to talk about empowerment? Yeah, that's a Tina Turner. If you don't know anything about her story, boy, I'll tell you, you can plug into somebody that took back her life. And how did she do it? Yeah, really strong spiritual practice and much more. The other thing is, Leslie, you touched upon this before. You talked about the boxes that we put ourselves in. Too old, too this, too that. I mean, Tina Turner was told, you cannot do a rock album. Nobody's going to listen to that rock album. Nobody's going to, listen to What's Love Got to Do with It, or you rocking on stage with a big saxophone player. But guess what? It's history now.
Yeah, definitely, because a lot of times when we have an inspired idea and it's creative, and it comes to us, nobody else has had it. Nobody else has done it. What we want is to see, well, who's done it before? Well, where's the scientific aspect to this? Well, has it been proven? And so we're missing the point. We're missing the fact that this inspiration has come to us because of our unique composition, our soul essence, our purpose, who we are, the people we're around, our satellite of work, friend, family, people that are watching and observing our energy. So when you get this inspired idea, do not make the first move to go, well, who else has had this? Well, what will other people think? Well, what will my family think? And then use those as an excuse to go, well, it's not really practical. Well, I can't leave my job right now. Well, I can't do this. If this thought came to you, don't be afraid to explore it. Don't be afraid to go into it. Be brave.
And, you can go see the movie Brave if you really want to know what that actually means. But, part of this is really stepping out of our comfort zone. And I know we have a little bit of time left, but I really would like you to talk about a comfort zone because we actually believe if we step out, it'll be an uncomfortable zone. And that's not always the case. We may go through moments, right? And I'm sorry that I have to equate it to my skydiving for a moment.
It's a
okay?
free fall.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a free fall.
The most discomforting part about that is the initial part out of the plane. But once you're out of the plane, it's a hell of a ride, girl. I'm just saying.
It is. It is. And I love the
I'm not telling
analogy.
anybody to skydive. I just want to be clear about that.
It's an awesome analogy to a free fall. And we don't know what to do with that. And so for a lot of listeners right now, I'm really getting a lot, in the solar plexus, just as Pat was saying that. But, the comfort zone is back to the devil we know versus the one we don't. Even if we're miserable, unhappy, don't like who's in our life, don't like where we're working, don't like a lot of things, we would rather stay in that. That is very different than what I was telling our previous caller about when we're doing a soul merge. So that's a separate conversation entirely, when we're deliberately choosing to stay somewhere out of fear versus what we're being guided to do versus standing in our power in the situation that we have. We are stepping out of what we've known about ourselves, into an entirely new level. That's the excitement. That's the opportunity. You can do it today. A lot of you are listening today. You heard our callers. You resonate with what they're saying. You can step into something today, even if you go to a different restaurant for lunch, even if you make a phone call to someone you haven't spoken to before, even if you call a writer of an article of a newspaper, just because you're feeling guided to do it and you don't know, well, why am I doing that? Quit rationalizing. Just do what comes to you.
What comes to you, you have to be open to hear that. So let's talk about what comes to you. Because what I don't hear you saying is what comes to you is the monkey mind that goes on all the time.
No.
So let's get back to what you said earlier about how spirit works with us. Doesn't just work with Leslie. You help people understand how they can make that happen for themselves, right?
Absolutely. I work with people to bring in their ascended masters, to bring in the archangels, to invite them intentionally in. You're not waiting to be contacted. They're waiting for you to contact them. They do not invade your space. They come on permission. So bring them in and notice the shift in your energy at that time as you do it. I've done classes and taught people, and they can notice the different energies as we bring each one in. There's a different resonance. And then in that moment, that's when you begin to sense the possibilities and the messaging. And it's not the monkey mind. The monkey mind's like that hamster wheel where you get the inspired idea and then you explain to yourself 13 ways it can't work. And then you get the inspired idea and you do it again and you repetitively do it over and over. If you're done with the hamster wheel, then stop it in this moment right now. Bring in some masters right now, wherever you are, at your desk, in your car, at home, and then begin to notice the different sensations and then choose what's coming into you right now.
I love this, and I love this. The topic, what we started out chatting with today was waiting on the world to change. I don't know about you. I don't know where you grew up or if you were in the 60s, but we did not do a whole lot of waiting back then. We really didn't. There was a feistiness about, having a voice about how the world was run, how this country was run, what was important to us and what was not. The waiting has got to be over at some point.
It does, and we all have it kick in at different points, A lot of those feisty people then went on to Wall Street. A lot of those feisty people then went straight on into corporate America and did the responsible thing and made their money. So, we all have waves and phases. I know a lot of late bloomers, as they call themselves, and they did things much later in their 30s, or they quit everything in their 40s and they said, I've had enough. So what's your rhythm? Listen to yourself. But don't be looking for other people to tell you your truth. That's the point of this show today, is when we're wanting someone else to validate it or we're resentful, that's a victim energy. We're thinking someone else, if they would change, then I'll change. You change today. You shift your energy. You go to a higher plane. You intend something great today. And even if you don't fully step into it and doesn't start manifesting tomorrow, a book doesn't get written in a week. It takes time. So begin the shift of your energy, set it in the direction that you're desiring, and watch what can unfold. It will require action. It will require some tenacity, but do it for you.
Leslie Fonteyne, everyone. Thank you all for tuning us in, turning us on. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back.